Welcome back! We've jacked into cyberspace to find out some information about Nigel Rancid, one of the thugs who attacked us, or kidnapped us, or whatever. And maybe also about Sharpay, but unfortunately this game was made before Google came around, so finding the information might be a tad difficult. For one thing, we need to go to the left there, and we can't, so we're gonna have to go to the right instead. And the layout of this place is somewhat strange. Oh wait, now we're over there. Wait, birdseed?
Hey, free birdseed, and so conveniently placed under a huge boulder, too. Hey, free... Forget it, you don't resemble that bird. Well, except for the pin feathers in those chicken legs of yours.
Meep meep. Let's move on. Yes, this is going to take a while. Oh, now we're over there. It's annoying that the scrolling is somewhat slow in DOSBox. This whole segment would be a lot smoother if that weren't the case, but unfortunately it is the case. This is actually a pretty fair representation of what browsing the internet was like back in the days of Alta Vista. Slow, annoying, and boring. But we'll get there eventually. Perhaps, maybe. Don't worry, we don't have to do this again on the way back. That's one consolation at least. We made it? I think so. Yes. A stop sign.
For those of you who aren't paying attention, that's a stop sign. Hey, leave the signs alone. Were you born in North Fork or what? Your words are so unspect.
Anyway. Yay. We made it. We want to go to the office, I guess.
It's an office sign. Hey, leave the sign.
Yeah, it's the same message. Well, that was needlessly long and pointless. Wait, that's a bit redundant. Looks like they're under construction here. Pardon our dust. Future site of the Information Superhighway Executive Offices. Opens 6,345, or 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, never! I guess the project has some delays.
The sign says it all. There was much talk and rhetoric about the Information Superhighway, but the executive and legislative branches seem quite opposed to getting together on just about anything either one of them introduces. Just look at the space program. Anyway, the frustration of a former employee is documented in the amendments to the Opens date.
Indeed.
Wow, a genuine Tonkoid M501. And the best year, too. It's been a long time since it's rolled over any plastic crate.
Yeah, looks like the work has been laying still here for a while.
Wow, it's a BFT 9000 Cyber Earth mover.
That makes perfect sense.
A long section of board lies on the ground.
Can we take that?
Bet you can't fit that thing in your pants. Guess I was wrong. It does fit. There must be plenty of spare room in there.
Well, we already fit a ladder in there once, so I'm not that surprised. And besides, this is cyberspace. This is the one time in all of the games when it actually makes sense that he can do that.
Girders, some of the building materials some airheaded committee thought necessary for their project, lay unused and heavily rusted. You etch your initials in the rust, like anyone will notice. Fresh out of spray paint, you are only able to read it. It's been sitting far too long to be able to start now. It's out of commission now, but you did always dream of driving one of these babies when you were a rugrat. Old highway safety devices recycled from either a decade or 10 years ago stand alert and ready for the non-existent workers to use. A rag hangs from the sawhorse. Who knows what it last wiped up?
Can we take that?
It wouldn't be prudent to...
I guess not. Hard to spot, there's actually a screwdriver on the floor here.
A screwdriver lies on the ground, probably discarded by the malcontent who vandalized the sign.
And we can pick that up. And we'll need it, so...
A carelessly discarded bucket of building material has been spilled and allowed to harden. The Port Ahead by Schroed Johns Incorporated stands silently waiting to make its designated collection of organic waste products.
Can we go to the toilet?
Oh, mama! I'm guessing one too many burritos for the last guy in here.
I guess the smell is too bad. We'll have to hold it up until we get back out of cyberspace.
This seems to be the contractor's office for the information superhighway. It's not too congested.
Not quite, no.
Old highway safety device.
Oh.
In case you're able to see text only and not pictures, the sign says office.
Thank you for that information.
This is the temporary on-site supervisor's office. It was abandoned with the rest of the project once funding was slashed.
Let's head inside. Wow. Cyberspace looks familiar.
You saw it here first. A preview of the famed information superhighway. Wow.
Something tells me the waiting
Next.
times might be a bit long.
It looks like some poor slob actually waited for his number to be called and died for his troubles. Looks like a programmer just prior to shipping.
True.
This is the magic window whence you came. Get your head out. That's not a good thing to do. You have none.
No options.
You probably want us to say something corny like Klingons in Sector 28, Captain.
Well, you just did.
What, you expect a help function for only $59.95?
Yes, I do.
You summon the ability. Don't pick at... That would... Your utterances...
Nope.
Very tidy. A trash can. That might be a perfect place to store all those vital screen-saving programs like that cool Yasser Arafat version you've downloaded from POL. Pardon me, but I'm just a little nervous about this trash can thing. Didn't someone already go to court and spend wads of buckazoids over this?
Gary! Just read the copy, for Christ's sakes. We're not paying you to think. We just want that pretty voice of yours. All right, you friggin' union geek. Okay, people. Mr. Owens has gathered himself together, and we are ready to pick it up from that oh-so-fascinating Barney Fife meets Perry Mason segue. All right. Animation to speed. And roll.
As if it wasn't enough that Roger talks to the narrator.
Next.
Now, the narrator is getting into arguments with the director. That makes perfect sense.
Although just a false front icon, it holds the promise of a tomorrow where true plug-and-play AM radio is no longer just a dream. That's a clock icon.
Indeed it is.
A darling little fan icon decorates the accessories program group.
Who wrote this stuff?
Look, they even plan to have screensavers. A good idea for when those lines are all tied up. Who says they aren't thinking ahead?
Can we use any of the icons?
This world's a great big ball of dirt with 50...
That's the Mr. Soylent song, which we've already heard.
Next.
That's delightfully not... That wouldn't...
Oh, the screensaver does not work.
Similar to the mint bowl found on the desks of receptionists in those pre-super information highway days, a mint candy icon symbolically takes up valuable desktop space.
Can we eat it?
You virtually eat the nearly real mint. Your virtual breath is now virtually minty fresh.
That is virtually a good thing.
It looks strangely like a bell.
And the receptionist appears to be cis-any. I guess anybody who's younger than me is not actually going to get that, but anyway.
That, boys and girls, is Sis Innie. She runs things around here like an iron maiden, with the firmness of titanium BVDs, with the control of a steel belt-reinforced brassiere.
Good to know.
Cool. That looks like the file place.
Everyone knows that's the file manager.
Whatever. It still blows. Even a lowly pond-sucking janitor knows that.
I'm sure Win 2001 will be better.
Well, you hold your breath and I'll hold what I want while waiting for it, and we'll see who's...
Cheese it! Someone is listening to us, and I'm certain they didn't pay to hear this.
You're right. They'd probably like to hear more of me. I am the hero.
Actually, the narrator is way more interesting than you, Roger. Also, there is no Win 2001, unless you want to count XP as 2001.
What do you know? And ooh, let's puke hard Fusion 500.
Hewlett-Packard, of course.
That's the refreshments folder. Don't be looking for your father's Playboys in here either.
Next.
Are there any refreshments?
It wouldn't be prudent to do that at this junct. That's delight.
I guess not. Also no periodicals.
Numbered cyber cards hang here, chiming peacefully in the cyber breeze.
What?
Cut! Wait a minute! What is this chiming in the cyberspace crap? Scott, get over here. Change this.
What? Frickin' director. This guy would know a good line if it climbed up his... Oh, here.
All right, that's better. Try it again, Gary.
Numbers hang here.
I think I like the first version better.
You saw it here first. A preview of the...
Oh.
Wow. Uh-oh. Looks like it could be a long wait for you, too. The spirit of DMV lives on.
Well, we'll see if we can actually get a turn
Next.
in the next video. I should have timed that so that she said next, but that would have been almost impossible. Anyway,